Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, we'll be discussing some advantages of how double entry bookkeeping system is so important or how it is essential when it comes to recording transactions. Let's go ahead and discuss each of these things in detail. So, we have learned about double entry bookkeeping system. It has dual aspects and how each transaction has two accounts or two or more accounts to deal with. Now, what are the advantages when we talk about double entry bookkeeping system? We'll just go through some gist that will give you a clear idea about how double entry bookkeeping system is more important or is more easy to understand when it comes to conventional book approach or when it comes to any age-old book approach. Now let's go ahead and understand each of these transactions in detail. We have mentioned certain notes or certain details for you. Let's go ahead with each of it and you'll get to know how double entry bookkeeping system has more advantages as compared to any traditional approach. So to have it, the first point is increased accuracy. Now, as we know that arithmetical accuracy is one of the most important core part when it comes to accountancy. All the reports has to be flawless as it has to be communicated to the users. So when we talk about increased accuracy, that means as compared to any traditional approach, we have a lot of accuracy which can be assured to you guys when it comes to double entry bookkeeping system. So the first advantage is that it has increased accuracy. The term increased has been mentioned is because we have accuracy when it comes to conventional approach, but this is sure shot. So there is no rectification that has to be done as the records are duly checked and as it has been mentioned in both the books, that means in different subsidiary or journal books. Now this is the first advantage. Let's go ahead with the next advantage. The profit and loss that has been suffered or gained when it comes to any kind of profit and loss transaction will be recorded in detail. Hence, we'll have a detailed accounting description of all these transactions as to which profit was earned when, due to what this profit was earned, what was the loss suffered, what is the amount that was suffered as a loss, and how the loss was suffered. All these narrations are completely mentioned when it comes to double entry bookkeeping system. So, it will be easy for us to record these transactions and to have a gist of all these transactions in future perspective or when it comes to comparison with any previous year. So when you have all these detailed transactions, it becomes very easy for you to understand how these transactions were formed, what was the reason this amount was debited or credited, how the profit and loss occurred, and what were the details of it. So to give you a gist of it, it gives you all detailed information. Let's go on to the third advantage. Now when you have all these detailed information with you, it will help you in tracking down and controlling all the unnecessary expenses, how incomes are coming in, how cash flow is going out. All these things will be under your control. It will be under your tracking or monitoring system. So if you have to compare it with some other previous financial year and to see whether it has gone up, whether the expenses have gone up, whether there are unnecessary expenses that are coming up, so all these things will be under your control. It will be under your purview of jurisdiction where you can mention or you can monitor all these transactions. So if you find any unusual trend, you can go ahead and rectify that part. You will be able to make policy decisions right at that point of time, which will help you to guide or protect any further contingent liability or loss. Hence, when you talk about controlling, this aspect or this double entry bookkeeping system gives you more access to it. So this is the third advantage. Let's go ahead and understand the last advantage of a double entry bookkeeping system. Can be used for comparing purposes as well. Now, as we have discussed that we have all things in detail, so for any financial year that you want to compare it with the previous financial year, you will have all the track records. You will have details of the previous year as well. You'll have details of the current year as well. So if you compare both these two details with you, which you have in front of you, you'll be able to know where is the difference. If there is any difference, what is the cause of that difference? So when you understand and have a complete conceptual detail of all these things, so it will be very easy for you to track down, monitor, or to make any changes in real-time basis. That's correct. In real-time basis, you will be able to make the necessary changes so that any loss, anything, any expense can be mitigated at that point of time itself. Hence, when we talk about advantages of double entry bookkeeping system, these are the advantages that we need to understand and these are the core advantages. Out of these advantages, you can form a short note, you can form a question for yourself, you can note down these details, and when it comes to explaining anything about double entry bookkeeping system, you can add these points. So this is all the video content was all about. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and keep subscribing to Ekeeda.